Okay, I've got the servo drawer put in behind this piece of cardboard. This is just a sheet of cardboard, fan on there. This is not a fan, it's, well, it's an opening but not a fan. This is my servo cabinet. Get some light on it, there you are. My 3D printing. Oh, this has been a big wiring job because I've had to extend the wires like 3 meters from 1 meter, and there's quite a lot of wires, you know. I can sort of pull this forward a bit, and then I can also see it's a bit tight to pull out of this cardboard, but it will bend and pull out this. That's mine. What I can use is a ballpoint pen in one of these sort of slots. I did this earlier, but I don't know if it's going to do it now, and that sort of parks that up there. Can you see that? So just a pen through one of the slots to sort of hold it there. I'll plug it in, oh well, I'll pull the drawer forward first. Now one thing I have to remember about is that the LCD 12864 here, this is in my adjustable stand at the moment still. I've got going down behind this wood on the corner. So you might see the wires are just sort of going down here and into the ramps. The ramps is just under here. Here's the ramps here. So if I pull the drawer forward, it pulls on this, so I have to keep remembering to unplug it. At the moment I'm going to look at possibly moving this down here, like actually down on, you've seen that piece of cardboard here. Probably move the fans over. One thing about cardboard I can do quite quickly and get the sort of layout I want before doing it any permanent. Mind you, that will probably be reasonably permanent, knowing me. But anyway, I'm thinking about putting this actually onto the shelf, this unit. Well, this won't fit as it is, but some, you know, redesign and one thing or another, I don't know. But I'll show you that this shelf can come out. Now I'm going to have to unplug the LCD 12864 here on the ramps. And what I've actually found, it's easier to actually unplug the whole like extension board here rather than the two plugs, because when you unplug the two plugs I have to remember which way round to go, which side they're going in. So I'm just going to wiggle that loose, something I don't want to be doing really too often. But as you see, the drawer can come out, ramps here, got a voltage converter, voltage buck converter, that's to take 12 volts to 5 volts, that's for my servos. I have a, well, I only have one servo in a way, the wiper arm to wipe the nozzle, but also powers the BL touch, that's on the, like for doing the leveling there. I've put some terminal strips here at the front to take 5 volts off that and 12 volts off the power supply. So I've got a 12 volt power supply here, and I've also got 24 volt. The 24 volt goes through this. This is a solid state relay. It's on a Pentium 4, old Pentium 4 heatsink here. Just that wire out the way, that's for my lights. Pentium 4 heatsink here, old one. I don't think it's really needed that actually. But the ramps controls this, switches on and off the heat bed. There's a big loop, quite a biggish loop of wire behind here. This drawer, oops, sorry, this drawer can actually come out. Try and show you that. It's a bit awkward to get around this camera. I have to just mind that plug a bit. Like so. And I can actually put this almost, well, laying down this way on the floor. But I can bring it out and work on anything I need to. there's some of the loop of wire there. It's all been just about rewired this when I did this. Before it was like, I used to have like, say, one red wire going to a green wire, going to a blue wire, going to a brown wire, going to a stripy local area network wire. All sorts on one single wire. But see, that can slide in and out that drawer, so if I need to work on it, it gives me access. I'll show you it, that does work. Just now I'll plug this back in, bring this cardboard sheet down. I'm just going to do like the home thing. I'm not going to actually print out at the moment, just to show you that is working. Probably next stage I intend to put I have 2 fans ready. I don't know if 2's enough. There is like a knockout thing up at the top that you can knock out, like a piece of quite big up there, and I want some filters on that to filter out any fumes from ABS, well, any plastic that I'm printing with. That's a plan. Security camera at the back, so I can watch the prints remotely. I might want to lower that down a little bit, it's a bit high. That's just, well, it's on a piece of cardboard. Yeah, I know we've got a plastic printer. Do stuff in cardboard. It's easier, quicker, believe it or not, just as temporary at least. That's stuck onto the back of the server cabinet with just some double-sided carpet tape, that's right. Can we see this? Well, if I move this, I'll move this back down a bit. I'll just leave it there. You might notice like a box thing up there behind this wire as it's going up. That's a moisture absorbent unit. That's just got about 12 small neodymium magnets on the back, and that just magnetizes to the metal thing. I can plug that in the mains and dry that out. It's like silica gel in it. Does have a thing for changing colour. It's a bit damp at the moment, signaling in with that. So there's a bit of a closer look at it. Now that does change colour, shadow. That little thing in there, and it's showing that it's damp at the moment. I've been working on a wire, so I haven't had a chance to I'll have to take it off, plug it in the mains, and that heats it up and dries it out. There's my filament spool, that's on my lights there. So that's a bit of an update of that. Still a little bit messy, the wiring in here, but the main problem with this is this LCD 12864 at the moment. I'm going to have to probably do something with that, because I tend to forget if I'm bringing the drawer forward to unplug that, and it's pulling on the pins and causing issues there. Not ideal. So this is mainly all tie wrapped, these wires, these cables. These are just cardboard, 2 layers. The top layer has like bolts going through, and that's put onto another layer of cardboard to protect the enamel sort of stuff that's on it, powder coated, I think, this tray, so as I know. Protect that from the heads of the bolts that are coming through there. Those are stuck down with some Yoo-hoo glue, I think it's Yoo-hoo, on here, pretty strong. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else I can think. A massive amount of wires. Each stepper takes 4 wires, 5 stepper motors, 6 stepper motors, whatever. You've got your mains, your Z levels and all that. Right, I'm going to do, I'll plug this in and I'll do like the home, and just to show you it is working. Okay, I'll plug it in. It's hard to reach with the camera here. So you see boots up on the display there. and I'll select prepare auto home. Let's see this working. People don't believe, you know, I don't blame people for not believing things what you see on YouTube. See all sorts of things if you bother looking for them. As I say, got one fan here, like just a grill cover there, a ventilation, the vamps is just behind there. This is powered off 12 volts through resistor, just an LED hot glued in there. So there you are, there's a auto home using a BL touch. Big thumbs up for the BL touch there. So everything I think seems to be working. I've tried the temperatures briefly, and the PLA fan, I don't usually print in PLA, I normally use ABS now. But that fan seems to be working on this 2-in-1 like ring shroud thing. I'll information about that. I haven't tried this white RAM yet. That's the only thing I haven't really tried. Okay, so that's a bit of a look at this sort of shelf. Obviously the fan turning there might be strobing, so I can slide in and out for easy access if I need to. There's the server cabinet. I've got the side panels off at the moment because I've obviously been doing a lot of work, all this work on it. But those side panels can go on door on it. The next thing now is some way of sorting out this LCD 12864. As I say, I think I might put down here somehow if I can. Probably have to move one, well, the fan's about a bit. But actually put this on this card. Well, this card that is now, well, have to be a new piece of card, I think. Okay, so that's a look at that, the update of that. Seems to work okay. Massive amount of work, doing all the wiring. Nightmare.